Hello and welcome to another video produced by John Pearson for the Villages Theater Company. In this video, we're going to be showing the actual ETC Colorsource unit that has the new basic program loaded up on it, and we'll also be showing the L8 software, which models exactly what's going on through the controller to give you an idea from a visual point of view. So by now you've watched enough of the videos to realize what these buttons represent. And again, these buttons represent the playback mode of the Colorsource, and each has a slider. And we're going to be going through each of these, which we showed on a spreadsheet a moment ago, and indicate a little bit of the visual nature of what they represent. So I'm going to start with number 21. So when we bring up number 21, and I'll get this out of the way in a moment, but you'll notice over here in this side that number 1 through 16 is showing up in kind of a brownish tan color. 17 through 24 is showing in a brown color. And that's, if you remember, it's 1 through 24 are at 50% using color 17. Now, just for fun here, let me bring up color. And the color 17 is right, that's hard to show. Well, you get the idea. 17 is kind of hiding, it's right in here. And that's that color that we're using for the majority of our programming. So let me get this out of the way, and you can take a look at the stage. And these are the DMX signals coming across for channels 1 through 24. We'll do a quick rotate on this so you can see what it's doing on the stage. But all the lights 1 through 16 are on, and all the lights 17 through 24 are also on and positioned. Again, this is number 21. Now we'll come back to the board, and let's bring that down, and let's bring up 22. 22 is 7 and 10 at 100%, again with color 17. And you can see that that is focused on downstage, and it spills out over onto the be a great podium lighting. And that is setting number 23. Bring that back down. And now we'll bring up, 22. Now we'll bring up 23, which is 6 and 11. 6 and 11's at 100%. And again, these are very similar to 7 and 10. They're just a little deeper on the stage, and their angle's a little bit wider. Now we'll kick back into 24. 24 is 4 and 14. These are coming from different sides of the stage. Let me minimize this. Again, they are at 100% with color number 17. And the purpose here would be to light stage right. But again, it's not full stage right. It's near the front of the stage. And that's 4 and 14. Now we'll bring that back up, and let's bring that down. Let's go to number 25, which is 3 and 13. Now this is the exact mirror of 4 and 14. So 25 comes over and hits stage left near the front side. And we can spin this around and take a quick look at it. I need to adjust 3 just a little bit. It's a little bit further back than it needs to be, but that's mainly up in this general area right in here. So in the model it doesn't do quite as good a job. But that's the mirror image of the previous one. That's 25. 26. When we bring up 26, 26 is going to be a stage right combination. It's 17, 18, 2, 4, 8, and 14 all at 100%. And the objective here is to light stage right. Does a pretty good job of it, as you can see. And we'll bring 26 down, bring 27 up. And this purpose is to light stage left. So we'll bring this down, and you can see it does a pretty good job of lighting stage left. So that combination is designed to work in that direction. Now we'll bring number 27 down. And now we're going to look at 3 of the presettings that control just a set of pipes. When I bring up 28, 28 is the first row of pipes 1 through 16. And if I minimize this, they're at 100%. And we've got lighting across the full stage, but we have nothing coming out of the middle pipe or the back pipe. It's just front only, all 16 of them. And we'll come back to 29, and you may have guessed it, that's going to bring up the middle pipe. Minimize this and get this out of the way, and we'll spin this around so you can see it's kind of what the middle pipe does. The middle pipe has 4 lights going forward, 4 lights going backwards towards the back part of the scenery, and you kind of see the angles a little bit on that one. But when we have that slider up, which is number 29, we've got the middle pipe. And then the last but not least is the 30, which is the back pipe. And the back pipe are all going straight down for the most part, and they're not used that often. Okay, let's take a look at number 31. 31 is our only chase, which is again called a sequence on this device, but a chase is a combination that one light moves to the next light, to the next light, to the next light. And we'll go ahead and bring that up. And you can see it's controlling 17 through 24. And on the visual and the color source, they're changing colors. It appears that the red moves to the right, then the green moves to the right, the yellow moves to the right, the blue moves to the right. And if we bring this down, you'll see the effect on the stage. Quite dramatic. And you'll also notice that the DMX signals right in this general area are changing because the controller is telling this software to do that. So kind of a cool effect, and not every show would use it, but it's built right into it. All right, let's get out of number 31. And again, you may remember that the color of that is kind of a yellowish brown, and that's indicating that it's a chase. And the ones that are purple or magenta are indicating that they've been programmed just to be playbacks. So let's go to number 32. This is kind of a wild one. Call it the disco effect. It looks kind of like a chase, but it's different because the lights are not moving left to right, color to color, but it's just the front 16. And let's back off of that just a little bit. And each particular fixture is kind of going through a series on their own, but yet it's different than a chase, but it has its own unique effect, and that's all programmed into number 32. Let's go to 33. 33, I'm going to kind of call this the orange and blue disco. It's very similar to what 32 did, but with fewer ranges of the RGB scale. And some shows would have a purpose for that. That might be good for a very chaotic scene of some kind. But built into controller slider number 33. And number 34, this is for our prop people. And this is just 4 lights at 50%, 17, 19, 21, and 23. And those 4 lights are to give just enough light so the prop people can see to move, and not so much light that it becomes distracting. So more than likely that's going to be used in one of your shows. And that's slider number 34. Now, just to kind of show this, but 35 does nothing. I'll bring it up, and we'll bring up the model. and you'll see nothing's there. It hasn't been programmed. Same for 36 and 37. And 38, 39, and 40 kind of quickly. These are kind of a color mood. All of your back pipings are in kind of a lightish blue color, whereas you have 4 lights at full intensity, and then we kind of fade it off to the side just a little bit. You can see the effect. And we'll come back, we'll bring down slider 38, we'll go to 39, and this is very similar, not quite, because we don't have full intensity in the middle and the front pipe, but this is very similar, just in a different hue, more of a warmer look than the other. And that's programmed into slider number 39 and slider number 40. This is very unique. We've got some aqua colors up here on the front pipe, maybe cyan colors with, again, the white bright in the middle, and then we have some shades of blue as we go through the back side with this. And it's very eerie color, not sure what it was used for or when it was programmed, but that is available on slider number 40. So what we've gone over today is we've gone over the scheme, which is inside of the show, called New Basic. And New Basic shows up when you go to Files. It'll show that it's been loaded into here, and that's where you always start. And once you're there, it's very easy to click the playback button, and once you're on the playback button, these sliders become active. And if you're on the channel button, they are not active, but the ones that are active are the 32 fixtures that we've already talked about before. Now in our next video, we're just going to do a quick look at some of the controls that we have here. All right, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.